Everyone, Amy here with Timeero support team, and today I'm going to be taking you through a quick walkthrough of how to use our mobile app on an Android device. The first thing you want to do is you want to go over and install the app. So let's go over to the Google Play Store here. You would have received an invitation from your employer telling you to install the app and including your login credentials. They would have included an email and a password for you to log into our app with. So here's what our app looks like. So go ahead and install this to your phone. And once it's installed, we will go ahead and take a peek here. But first, we want to go ahead and set up your settings, okay? Your actual Android phone settings. All right, so let's go ahead and find that app on your phone and click on right here, settings. Okay, and then once you have the screen open, you want to click on apps and notifications. I'm going to search for the Timeero app, and once you find it, tap on it to open it. And now we want to set up your permissions, okay? So let's tap on your permissions, and want to tap on location. Okay, so here are your choices. The correct configuration for the Timeero app is going to be allow all the time. That simply means that when you clock into our app, we can track your location and your miles if that is something that you're using Timeero to track. And that information will be accurate and will be sent to your employer while you are on the clock. Now, as soon as you clock out of our app, tracking will stop and nothing will be sent to our database and nothing will be sent to your employer. The only time that tracking will begin is when you hit clock in, and again, tracking will completely stop once you hit clock out. If you keep this set to allow only while using the app, the only way that you will receive precise mileage tracking and location tracking is if the app remains open the entire time you are clocked in. Okay, by choosing allow all the time, you can go ahead and run the app in the background. It doesn't have to be showing on your screen like this right now. And you can open something else like Google Maps or whatever it is. As long as the app is not force closed, you can go ahead and run the app in the background. Again, we're not tracking you while you're off the clock. Okay, so it's very important that you have this set to allow all the time to ensure precise mileage calculation and precise GPS tracking. Okay, so now that we have your phone settings set up correctly, we are going to go ahead and log in to the Timeero app. And once again, you are going to be using, just simply hit turn on here, and you're going to be using the credentials that your employer has sent to you either via email or via text message. All right, so you're going to log in using that email address that your employer has set up for you, along with the password that your employer has created for you. If ever you forget your password, before you type in any of that information, you would simply click on Forgot Password, follow the instructions, and then you would be sent an email on how to go ahead and recreate your password. Okay? So next you want to just simply tap on Login. Alright, and here we are. This is going to be your time card page. This is going to be the screen that you're going to be clocking in and out of. So to clock in, you simply click on Clock In. Next, a list of jobs for me to clock into is going to pop on my screen. I have the account set up that way. Your employer may or may not require you to pick a job to choose when you clock in. Okay, so I'm just going to tap on a job here. To see some job details, if I hit the information button next to the word Costco, I can see the description of the job, the contact information, and the address. And if I click on directions, I'll be taken to Google Maps, and directions will pop up for me to go ahead and use to get to that job. Okay, so to get out of the screen, the job information screen, job details, at the top left-hand side, you're going to see a little arrow. Tap on that, and now it takes you back to the time card. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Clock In. Is this your current location? Yes, it is for me. It's on the map. This is my current location. So I'm going to go ahead and tap Yes. Alright, so now you can see the clock is moving. Now my option is Start Break. So your employer may or may not have those features set up under their company settings for you. If the feature is turned on, then you can go ahead and take your breaks by just simply tapping on Start Break. Now I have a list of breaks to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and tap on Lunch. Okay, so now I am still remain on the clock, and my employer knows that I am on my lunch break. Okay, so next thing is if you want to enter notes, you can tap on Enter Notes, and you can type in, whatever it is you'd like. And then once you're finished with the notes, then you would go ahead and click on Save. Okay, and if you want to attach a photo, maybe a before and after photo, if you're working on something, you can tap on Add Photo. And on the bottom right hand side of your screen, you're going to see a plus sign. Tap on it. You can use your camera to take a new photo, or you can upload an existing photo if you'd like. Okay, so once that is done, you can go ahead and hit the left arrow at the top of your screen to get out of there. Excellent. So now we're back at our time card page. Let's go ahead and end our break. I'm going to simply tap on and break. Now I'm taken back to the main clock page. Okay, you can take multiple breaks throughout the day, of course, whatever your employer advises, but if that is set up under company settings, it's very easy to start and end your break by just simply tapping on that button while remaining on the clock. Okay, so next we can head over to your timesheets. So let's click on that button at the top of your screen. And these are going to be all your timesheets, okay? So you can see right here that, like, for example, today, you can see that we did take a lunch break because there is a fork and knife icon on the left-hand side. And you can see that I'm still on the clock because there's no clock out time. And the one below it, you can see that I worked for 8 minutes between the hours of 12:39 and 12:47, etc. Okay, so some of these are pink, some of these are blue, some of these are white. Here's the scoop. So if it is pink, that means it's a flagged entry. So what that means is either you clocked in way before you got to the job, or you clocked out hours after you had already left the job. Or it could be a flagged lunch break entry if you took a lunch break that was longer than the required amount of time. That's what a flagged entry will show you, and it will be pink. And if it's blue, that means there's a note that was added to that timesheet. Okay, so if you click on a blue timesheet here and then click on notes, you can go ahead and see what that note was. You can also go ahead and edit notes if you'd like. You simply just tap on the white screen, do what you gotta do, and then tap on Save at the top right. Okay, I also want to point out that little trash can there. Please don't delete your timesheets. If you do delete your timesheets, it doesn't just clear it from your app. It will clear it from the from our system, so that way your admin will never see it. All right. So if you want to get paid, it is best not to delete your timesheets. Okay. All right. So let's get out of the screen by tapping on the arrow at the top left-hand side of your screen, and then let's go ahead and get out of your timesheets page. And if you hit totals at the top of your screen there, a little bit farther to the right, this is going to show you your daily and weekly totals. All right, if you're tracking mileage, it'll be there, and of course it'll have your hours worked. Let's head over to the main menu. All right, so the main menu is going to be located at the top left-hand side of your screen. It's the 3 white lines. All right, so here you have access to other things that the app offers, right? We have schedule, time off, announcement, management, and settings. Let's go ahead and start with settings. This is where you can set up notifications. So let's click on notification settings. Here you can set up clock in reminders for yourself. You can turn them on. You can set up clock out reminders, clock in reminders, one or the other, doesn't matter. And you can go ahead and set up your working days. By turning these on, you will now get a push notification on your phone as a reminder, again, to clock in and clock out, or clock in only, clock out only, etc. Alright, so now that that's set up, we can go ahead and exit the screen by tapping on the arrow at the top left-hand side. Now we have the automatic clock in and clock out feature. So that is only going to be turned on if your employer has advised you to do so. And what that means is that now when you arrive to a job site, you don't actually have to tap on clock in or clock out. When you arrive or depart, our app will automatically clock you in or clock you out. And that is a setting that your employer will let you know if you need to turn on. But know this, if if you are required to arrive at a job site and your employer has said, yeah, you're automatically to be clocked in, make sure you go ahead and turn that on, okay? So you want to tap on automatic clock in and clock out. And once you get to that screen, you want to turn it on, and then you would choose your work days and your work hours. Okay, so the next thing is chat with us. Okay, anytime you need assistance with using this app, you simply click on chat with us, and it will be taken to a live chat agent who would be happy to assist you with any questions you have. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that main menu again, which is on the top left hand side of your screen. There's 3 white lines. And let's go ahead and tap on schedule. Depending on your employer, he or she may have set up the scheduling feature by adding shifts for you and other employees. So this is where you would find your schedule. Now, you notice that there's 3 colors. There's white, there's green, and there's red. So the white shifts, let's just tap on January 6th. Okay, that is the shift, that is the job. You can see it's going to be Lowe's, and the working hours would be 9 to 5. If your employer has it set up this way, you can go ahead and accept or decline a shift. They may just have the shift here and you would receive it without those 2 buttons. But if they have it set up that way, you can simply accept by tapping accept, decline by clicking on decline. But if you accept a shift, let's get out of the screen by using the arrow at the top left. If you accept a shift, it will turn green. As you can see, we just accepted the shift on January 6th. If you decline a shift, it will be red. So let's tap on January 4th, where we already declined that shift. Now we can go ahead and accept it if we'd like. Great. So now for January 4th, I have changed my mind and I have went ahead and accepted the shift. So if I get out of the screen by clicking on the left arrow, you can see now that that shift on January 4th has been accepted. Okay, so that's how to view your schedule, and that's how to accept and decline if your employer has it set it up that way. Okay, time off, again, that's another feature that your employer may or may not have configured for your account. But if you see it in your menu, you can come over here, and this is your time off page. These are my time off requests. You can see that they are currently pending. If my employer has accepted and granted me permission to go ahead and take this requested time off, it would say accepted. If my employer has said no way, then you would see the word rejected. To request time off, you simply just click on the plus sign at the top right hand side of your screen, tap on reason, pick a reason that you're taking the day off, tap on start date, pick your start date, hit OK, tap on end date, pick your end date, hit OK. Now you want to choose if you're going to be taking a full day, a half day, or custom hours. So I'm going to go ahead and select custom hours, and I'm going to type in 2. I'm going to take 2 hours off. Then I'm going to tap on the word description, and I'm going to type in a reason. You know, I am taking the day 2 hours off, and it's going to be because I have a dentist appointment. Once you're finished filling out this form, you simply click on the arrow at the top right hand side of your screen. Perfect. Now your admin has seen this time off request, and this is going to be where you can find them for yourself under the time off menu. So to get out of here, you just simply click on your menu button, and that's that hamburger sign, again, at the top left-hand side of your screen. Okay, and finally, what I'd like to go over with you, it would be announcements. If you click on announcements, this is going to be where your admin is going to be sending you messages. It's not like a typical SMS, so you cannot text back. It's not a two-way street. It's simply for you to receive messages that your employer may want to send to you, like, hey, you know, the person you're supposed to meet at the job site is running late, or whatever. But you cannot reply here. You simply can just review them. And your employer will be notified when you do read these messages. If you don't read them, they'll know you didn't read them. If you do read them, they'll know you did. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to the main time card page. We're going to go ahead and hit the menu button, hit on time tracker, go back to time card, and here we are. And you can see we've been on the clock for almost 10 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead and clock myself out by tapping on clock out. Is this your current location? Yes, it is. So I'm going to tap yes. Great. Time has stopped. I am off the clock. If I want to go view my timesheet for just now, I click on timesheet and I see it right here. I did take a lunch break. You can see the fork and the knife icon. You can see I worked for 9 minutes from 1:19 to 1:29. And if I tap on it to open it, it simply states it right here, 1:19 to 1:29, total minutes, total duration 9 minutes. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 888-998-0852, or you can access our handy live chat by going to your settings page and clicking on chat with us. And that's pretty much it. I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you so much for using Timeero.